Welcome back to Sensei Sam's One Championship preview for One Championship Friday Fight Night 81. And starting with bout number 5, Jaosuayai versus Suriyanlek. Jaosuayai, training out of Suablack, Japan in Bangkok, is 23 years old, 165 centimeters tall. He has 79 fights and 56 wins, 21 of them through KO. This young man had his first Muay Thai fight at the age of 7 years old. Ever since then, his goal was to become a world champion. After losing his grandmother 6 months ago, he wants to dedicate his wins to her. Back in 2020, he was voted as best boxer from Channel 7. This guy has dynamite in both hands, really slick everywhere. Well-rounded Muay femur. He made his debut at One Championship against the very strong Petsugumit boy Bangna. I just can recommend you to watch the whole fight on the One Championship channel on YouTube. The toolbox of Jaosuayai, flying knees, spinning elbows, devastating kicks. This young man has it all. Jaosuayai got this explosiveness, this power to knock you out in an instant. Out of 6 fights at One Championship on the Friday cards, he was 4 times fighting as the main fight and won 3 of his 4 wins by knockout. This young man has the potential to become the next Muay Thai superstar in the industry. Suriyanlek, 28 years of age, 160 centimeters tall, 108 fights and 81 wins. Suriyanlek is a former 130 pounds S1 champion. Suriyanlek means little son. This young man really shined in his last performances. The relentless of Suriyanlek earned him more than 1 million baht in bonuses. Another example of Muay Thai fighters that struggled so hard during COVID. He'd been forced to becoming a driver. If it wasn't that opportunity to fight at Lumpini, he would never find the motivation to start training again and carry on where he left up. Fighting gave him a chance to challenge himself and to prove to himself that he is capable of greatness, pursuing his dreams to become a world-class champion. He has a wonderful style. His overhand right is his biggest weapon, followed by a left body kick. He's an aggressive counter fighter with big power in his hands. Out of 8 fights at One Championship Friday fights, he won 5 fights by KO. This young man is really dangerous when he fires his bombs. He has this hands-on move type of style. This man puts you to sleep if you give him an opening. And the future fight of the night, Suakim PK Sanchai versus Otis Waghorn. Otis Waghorn, 22 years old, 180 centimeters tall, 8 fights and 8 wins. Otis is a 2 times ISKA world champion and a WBC Muay Thai world champion. The undefeated Otis Waghorn is also a Taekwondo black belt. That's gonna tell you a lot about the style. He's an orthodox, hyper-explosive kickboxing stylist, mixes in his Taekwondo background as well. You see it in his stance, he loves to switch stances. The first time ever he fought on small gloves was at One Friday Fight Night 67 against Kong Klai. And after some starting problems, he finds his way to knock out Kong Klai in the very last round. And now he says the small gloves matches his punch-heavy style very well. He's got great footwork. His shot selection was too much for his Thai opponent. He's tricky, he has some big power in his hands, and the left hook is his money shot. He trains at Tiger Muay Thai to prepare for his One Championship matches. With a lot of very strong partners out there, this gives him confidence. Plus, this guy is gigantic for a catchweight fighter with 140 pounds. He is a highly talented prospect who aims for gold. And going on with bout number 7, Shadow Singer Marwin versus Muhammad Siasarani. Shadow Singer Marwin, 92 fights, 77 wins, 24 years old, 178 centimeters tall. Having grown up in the struggles of a border town near Myanmar, he's from the mountains of northern Thailand. The adversities that he has to face to get to where he has includes even surviving a forest fire. Living in the forest, defending for himself, trying to find some food, such an interesting character. When you speak to him, you can just feel how much he loves his mother. And at the same time, he's just a monster in the ring. Rajadamnern World Series 2022 welterweight world champion, former Rajadamnern Stadium champion. Shadow has some highly talent and is such a well-versed athlete. training at Singa Marwin in Bangkok. This young man is just getting started in his career, just 24 years young. He has proven why he belongs to the largest martial arts organization in the world. Shadow is that type of fighter who has this intellectual and also aggressive fighting style. He has an 83% win rate. He has some notable victories in his career, including Felipe Lobo, Ferrari Fairtex, Satan Fars, the list goes on. Jumping on that gas early from the first second, he has some vicious combinations, as you can see by yourself. Great footwork, combining with heavy artillery from all angles. He had some starting problems with making the transition to the small 4-ounce gloves at One Friday Fight Night 52, but now he's riding a 2-fight winning streak. And bout number 8, Sam A versus Akram Hamidi. Akram Hamidi, 25 years old, 168 centimeters tall, 56 fights, 50 wins, 32 of them by knockout. Strawweight fighter, Akram Hamidi is one of the finest fighting talents to emerge from Algeria in recent years. Born in Strasbourg, France, La Pépite made a name for himself as a junior star on the European Muay Thai circuit before turning professional at just 17 years of age. Starting training at 13 years old, it was his dream since a young boy to fight on the world stages. Hamidi continued his dominance in the professional ranks, where he became a 3-time ESKA kickboxing world champion during a destructive run fighting across multiple continents. A vicious knockout artist, earned himself also a WBC Muay Thai international belt and an IFMA gold. Known for his hand speed and ferocious body punches, he showed off the latter in his first appearance on One Friday Fights when he folded Jomhot Auto Muay Thai with the left body hook in the early moments of the second round. His power and finishing instincts make Hamidi a natural fit for one's talent-laden strawweight kickboxing and Muay Thai rosters. And going on with bout number 9, Suablack versus Kulabdam Sorjor Pyekyutai. Kulabdam Sorjor Pyekyutai is a 2-time Lumpini Stadium Muay Thai world champion. Kulabdam grew up in poverty in Thailand's northeastern Isan region. Within a month of beginning his training, the 8-year-old Kulabdam was already stepping into the ring to compete. This was the start of an incredible career. He won a national championship, earned Fighter of the Year honors from the Sports Writers Association of Thailand, and captured the prestigious Lumpini Stadium Muay Thai world title in 2 weight divisions. Kulabdam earned the nickname Left Meteorite for the prodigious power in his left straight punch. He's one of the most dynamic young talents in the striking world and employs a fan-friendly style where a knockout is always a distinct possibility. Not only that he has dynamite in his hands, also he got some really chopping low kicks which he uses to chop down his opponents. Actually, he's teaching in that gym young children where he himself started to train Muay Thai. 95 fights, 70 wins. Kulabdam Sorjor Pyekyutai. And bout number 10, Nabil Anane versus Lin Oo. Nabil Anane made his one debut at just 19 years old. The towering Algerian Thai was born in Pattaya, Thailand, and started his martial arts journey at 7 years when he trained karate and taekwondo. His talents quickly shone through when he began Muay Thai at 11 years old. By 14, he started to train at Venum training camp. In 2022, Anane made history when he became the youngest ever WBC Muay Thai world champion in history at just 17 years old. 192 centimeter, he towers over most flyweights, but don't let his physique fool you into thinking that he doesn't pack power. The youngster's record is littered with knockout victories, particularly by way of devastating knees and terrorizing long punches. 43 fights, 37 wins. In his first fight at One Championship against Superbon was not the result he was hoping for. On the other hand, his second fight at One Friday 32 gave him a spotlight back in the division. And now he's on a 4-fight winning streak. The future is bright for this young man. Lin Oo, coming out of Myanmar, 32 years old, 170 centimeters tall. He has 128 fights and 74 wins. He's one of the top 4 most famous lightweight athletes. His father and older brother were also fighters. This man has been through so much adversity and he's already a huge star in Myanmar. At the age of 18, he took part in a lightweight tournament in Myanmar and won this tournament in the 60 kilo division. Lightweight is the traditional sport of Myanmar and similar to bare knuckle fighting, where headbutting is legal. This also means that he is very well prepared for the 4-ounce gloves. All his 3 fights at One Championship Friday Fight Night 52, 57 and 69 he won through knockout. In his own words, he's not a big kicker, but he's a big puncher. His big idol Ong La inspired him to start fighting. And coming to the co-main event of the night, Nong-O versus Kiamran Nabati. Kiamran Nabati, 29 years old, 178 centimeters tall, 21 fights and 21 wins. In a blink of the eye, Kiamran Nabati has repeatedly carved his name out among the elite strikers of the world today. Born with a national talent for striking, he began his promising career by racking up 18 consecutive victories. This streak of impressive wins guaranteed the attention of One Championship. In September 2023, the Russian powerhouse made his highly anticipated debut on the weekly One Friday Fight Series 35. There he delivered a masterful performance against former 4-time Muay Thai world champion Pongthiri PK Sunshine. Since then, Nabati has been building on this momentum, engaging in gritty battles with every man standing opposite of him in the One Championship ring. With his eyes now set on a life-changing 6-figure One Championship contract, Nabati aims to continue his run through the depths of the promotion's bantamweight striking divisions. And of course, the main event of the night everybody's waiting for, Superbon Singa Marwin versus Joe Nattawut. And here we have Superbon, 34 years old, 178 centimeters tall, 151 fights and 115 wins. Former one featherweight kickboxing world champion Superbon grew up in the gym, the second son of a prolific Muay Thai family. He began learning the family trade during his childhood and he had his first bout at the age of 6. When he was 15 years old, his talent took him to Bangkok, where he went to school while pursuing his Muay Thai dreams full-time. Now with over 150 bouts to his name, Superbon is a seasoned veteran who has competed around Asia, Europe and the Middle East. He has held multiple prestigious titles, including the PAT Thailand Championship, the IPCC and Lanute Champion World Championships, the WBC International Championship and the Infusion and Cooling Fight Tournament Championships. This was Sensei Sam exclusive content for One Championship. For more videos like this, check out my channel, leave me a comment and share this video with your community. Us.